We see in this illustration that drastic effects of social media on the communication paradigm. Communicating with the public is no longer the sole purview of traditional mass media like radio, TV, and newspapers. Social media, which are interactive digital channels that facilitate the creation and sharing of information, ideas, interests, and other forms of expression through online communities and networks, allows each one of us to become both content creators and media consumers at the same time. These communication technologies, which has given us the power to communicate like never before, has brought about both good and bad consequences. On the good side, social media had changed the public sphere, giving the ordinary citizen the ability to communicate directly to the general public. On the bad side, it has also removed safeguards to truthful information that are built into traditional informational systems, such as ethical codes in the publication of information. For example, an article in an academic journal goes through rigorous peer reviews before seeing publication. These days, any pseudoscientist can post a study on his webpage and claim to be scientific. Traditional media require its journalists to adhere to ethical standards and are sanctioned when these are violated. A vlogger, on the other hand, has no one to answer to and can post anything on his or her social media channel, even if it is completely fabricated. In the ideal world, harmony and justice would exist if we all behaved ethically. It is the same for the virtual world of social media, wherein we should uphold trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, truth, and self-restraint to preserve and promote trust and to maintain our credibility. Unfortunately, unscrupulous persons are taking advantage of the social media public sphere to spread lies and falsehoods, robbing us of our right to truthful information. Social media algorithms controls the ordering and presentation of posts, so users see what is most relevant as defined by their network of friends, Google searches, likes that you have clicked on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, social media interactions, and other comments that you have made. Posts and ads are presented based on what Facebook sees as relevant to you, the user. Dr. Patricia Greenfield, a University of California in Los Angeles distinguished professor of psychology, had said, "As technology has played a bigger role in our lives, our skills in critical thinking and analysis have declined, while our visual skills have improved." Because the social media algorithms expose us only to people who think like us, it can make us believe that our view is the world view, when in fact, it is a very narrow view. We may be unaware of its influence in the way we think and be unwittingly becoming very closed-minded. The diagram illustrates the three types of false information that is being spread on social media. Misinformation, false information that is not intentional but may be the result of mistakes by the author of the message. Disinformation, the deliberate falsehoods that are spread to manipulate the audience. And malinformation, information, whether true or false, that seeks to destroy someone's reputation. Journalist Dr. Claire Wardell of the Annenberg School of Communication identifies 7 types of disinformation that is circulating the internet. We will look at these one by one. These are satire or parody, which is made for laughs and has no intention to fool, but fool people just the same. Satire is the use of humor to criticize a subject. Websites like the Adobo Chronicle, So What's News, The Professional Heckler, and Aguila Times, among others, are good examples of satirical websites. Then you have misleading content. These are the misleading use of information to frame an issue or information. The illustration shows us a graph of the PNP statistics on the number of homicide cases from 2010 to 2016. It will appear that in 2016, the rate of homicides had gone down. But if we look at the graph carefully, from 2010 to 2015, it has been a year-on-year comparison. But in 2016, it is month-on-month. This is not statistically accurate and gives us a misleading idea of the true number of homicide cases. The next is fabricated content. These are content that is 100% false. For example, the Pope had never endorsed Donald Trump as president, despite what it says in this release. False context is when genuine content is used with false contextual information. For example, the article on the right is a 2013 article from the Los Angeles Times showing the political strife in Thailand or the Red Shirt Rally. This was picked up and used in April 2022 by a Facebook page to make it look like a political rally in the Philippines. The next is false connection, when headlines, visuals, or captions do not match what is actually in the article. In this picture, we see the title or the headline saying, "Man tries to hug a wild lion and you won't believe what happens next," has nothing to do with the actual article about a biologist in the story. The next is imposter content. This is when genuine sources are impersonated or faked. In this case, we see that the website of Fox News had been hacked and replaced by a completely false website showing Brad Pitt as having committed suicide, which of course is not true. And lastly, manipulated content is when genuine content is manipulated to deceive. For example, when a real photo taken in 2016 is presented as being taken in 2022. One particularly dangerous development are deepfakes. These are videos of persons in which a famous person's face or body had been digitally altered so that they are made to appear as saying something they never said or acting in a way they had never done. This information is created and planned. It is never spontaneous. There is a lot of money in fake news, from being paid to spread it to the ad income coming from many clicks. So it is naive to think that vloggers have no monetary interest in producing their vlogs when they're containing fake material. They are just as commercial as mainstream media. Plus, they are not encumbered by the rigors of ethics. When it comes to health information, independent social media accounts can sound scientific when they are not. Do a background check on the author. Would you entrust the health of your heart to a chiropractor? So why should you trust his supposed expertise on COVID vaccination? Some tips in dealing with disinformation. First, verify the source. What or who is the source? Is it a credible source or is it an unknown one? What is the reputation of the person or publication? Is the fact corroborated by more than one trusted media source? Or is the data only found on blogs, vlogs, or FB posts? Are the authors of the website identified or anonymous? What are the author's credentials? Second, Check the content and tone of the source. What is the publication date of the article? When was the FB page or website created? Is the article one-sided? Is it being sarcastic, funny, or appearing to be a know-it-all? Lastly, remember that viral does not mean true. Don't get caught by clickbaits and don't engage the trolls. What are these? Clickbait is a text or thumbnail link that is designed to attract attention and encourage users to follow that link and read, view, or listen to the linked piece of online content. A troll is a person who starts quarrels or upsets people on the internet to distract and sow discord by posting inflammatory and digressive, extraneous, or off-topic messages in an online community, with the intent of provoking readers into displaying emotion and anger. And finally, develop a fact-checking state of mind by going to audited fact checkers. These can be determined by the blue check mark beside their social media name and or by their membership in the International Fact-Checking Network based in Florida. As a shortcut, you can go to the Google Fact Check Explorer to check the reliability of any information. For more information on this information, check the references that come with this video. Thank you for listening, and always remember to fact check your information.